Finding a downtown parking spot can be a real challenge these days, and according to the Board of Trade, 30% of downtown drivers at any given time are just driving around looking for a place to park. Now, in response to that, the city is currently working on its new parking policy, and joining us to talk about it is Mike Parente with the Business Development Association of Montreal. Thank you for joining us. Now, what they're saying in this new plan and this new policy essentially is that there are enough spots. It's just that we're not managing them properly. Do you agree with that? Are there enough spots?
Well, if we're talking about 30% of drivers going around in circles looking for a spot, that's a big issue. And as an association, we've been noticing it ourselves. So part is mismanagement of letting the clients or residents of Montreal know where these spots are. But part of it as well is a need for additional parking spots because we haven't increased the offer in terms of public transportation. And more people are coming into the city by car because the public transportation hasn't been increased.
Okay. And so one of the measures that is being considered, it's been done in other cities such as San Francisco, they're really modeling it after what's been done there, is introducing variable rates. Do you think that's, especially downtown, do you think that's going to make a big difference depending on the time of day?
What variable rates will do is during slower or more quiet parking periods, probably entice people to use those periods to come and park and do their shopping or whatever errands they need to do in the city, and probably displace it. So instead of coming during the rush hour where they know it's going to be packed, probably displace it and come when they know it'll be a little more quiet and at the same time get a break on parking.
So this is something retailers want?
Correct. But at the same time, if we're going to start looking and modeling ourselves after other cities, what we should be looking at it is in a whole. San Francisco has allowed multi-level parking lots to be built that fit within their landscape architecture of the city. So when we're looking at it, if we take it, we have to take it as a whole. Now, and if we come back to 30% of people looking for parking spots, that means out of 100 people, 30 people are going in circles. That sends a very, very big message that we need more spots for our customers.
Of course, there's a lot of resistance on that front, but I'm also wondering the construction work, the road work. We know it's going to be a busy year ahead, 2016, ahead of Montreal's 375th anniversary. What relief could you get this summer? Because it's going to hurt this summer on some of these arteries, the arteries that you represent.
Well, first and foremost, we do have a big number of customers that do come from outside of Montreal. So we have to make sure that when they do come, they have a very good experience. That being from getting their parking spot and just being able to walk around the city. So we have to make sure that even though there is construction, and everybody knows construction is needed, most metropolitan areas across North America are going through this. So we have to make sure that when they do come to visit us, no matter what it be for, whether it be for a festival, whether it be for shopping, or whether it just be to come in and take in the sights in our beautiful city, then we have to make sure that they're able to have a beautiful experience, not only when they arrive, not only while they're here, but also when they leave. So we have to make sure that if they are coming by car, that they can park and park well, or
and better signage indicating where those
signage is a big part of it as well.
Also on the table, signs indicating where people can park, trying to direct them, easier signage on the street, simpler to understand as well. All right, so the city's final policy is expected sometime in the spring. We'll see how quickly they can implement it. Thank you so much, Mike Parente, for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
And we'll be right back with sports.